The world leaders gathered in London Sunday for a summit to discuss the future of Ukraine's war with Russia. 3 years into the bloody conflict, leaders at a roundtable discussion told Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky he would have their continued support. The warm welcome in Europe stood in contrast to US President Donald Trump's heated exchange with Zelensky in the Oval Office. During his visit last week, Ukraine's president was there to sign a rare earth mineral deal with the US, but things took a turn in front of news cameras. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out, and if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out, but you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all. Thankful, and that's not a nice thing. Trump's top diplomat repeated the president's position Sunday that Zelensky risks World War I by continuing to fight. Adding an end to this war comes through mediation and not on the battlefield. I'm saying it's 0% likely if we don't get them to a negotiating table. And the sooner everyone grows up around here and figures out that this is a bad war that's heading in a bad direction with death and destruction and all kinds of danger surrounding it that could spiral into a broader conflict, the sooner people grow up and realize that, I think, the more progress we're going to be able to make. Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers severely wounded and with amputated body parts returned to combat. They joined what Zelensky describes as 380,000 Ukrainians wounded in the war. Democrats in the United States Congress say, this is the wrong time to abandon an ally. The soldiers that I just saw last weekend from Ukraine, who were getting medical help with hook arms trying to stand up for the Ukrainian national anthem with one leg. This is not the time for us to undermine these brave Ukrainians, and as the wounded population of Ukraine grows so, too, do calls for peace talks. We have to give peace a chance. We have to to create the circumstances in which enough pressure is brought on Putin, on Russia, to bring them, to coax them, to force them to the negotiating table. But if it goes wrong, we must be there on Ukraine's side for the Ukrainian soldiers. Some badly injured, still staffing the front lines. A peace deal may not come soon enough. The global scenario